off a strong weekend in the North Country of New York State, it's back to business, the business of Hockey East this weekend for the UMass Lowell Hockey Riverhawks. They've got a home-and-home series with the Huskies of Northeastern University. Friday night at the Saga Center, Saturday evening at the Matthews Arena in Back Bay. The Riverhawks come into the weekend on a modest 3-game winning streak after victories against Clarkson 3-1 and a 5-0 shutout of St. Lawrence last weekend. It brought UMass Lowell to the 500 mark.
When you go up to the North Country and you take 4 points, that's no easy feat. That's a tremendous challenge. They're both very physical teams, very good forechecking teams. So they gave us all we could handle. I really liked the last 5 minutes of the Clarkson game. I thought we gave them nothing to hope for, and that was a very key component to that win. The next night, very different. You go into the third period leading 5-0, and you have to have a solid third period and try to win it. And I thought we did that. They did get their chances. There's no question that they made a push, but we were able to keep them off the scoreboard, and Chris Hernberg was big that way also. And you have a little success on the road, the guys start to get closer as a team and as a game plan. So it was a good trip, and now we have a monumental challenge ahead of us with league play again.
The Northeastern club that the Riverhawks will see this weekend is also at the 500 mark. They are 2-2-1, but they bring an awful lot of firepower to the game.
They've got 4 guys that'll be 100-point scorers by the end of the season. I mean, you don't find that in college hockey very often anymore. So that's a monumental challenge. They're two of the top scorers in the country in Secura and Gadet, and that's just the start of their team. So they've got all cylinders cranking on the offense for sure. We have to worry about us. I mean, if we start thinking about the specific players on other teams, we're not playing our game. So we have to really concentrate on what we do, try to do as best of our ability, and hopefully it gives us a chance to win at the end of the night.
Last week's visit to New York State's North Country was non-conference action. This week it's Hockey East action. Does it make a difference? Is it different? Now, the coach isn't so sure.
In my mind, they're not necessarily different because I think that non-conference games are every bit as important in this day and age with the NCAA. At the same time, I mean, you're playing for league points, and that's a big deal coming the end of the year.
And so for the Riverhawks at this point, it's about preparation. And if you're head coach Norm Bazin, you probably believe there's an awful lot to work on. You know how coaches are. They're never fully happy.
I think early in the season, as we talked about earlier, you're going to think that you should have a better neutral zone. You're going to think you need to have more threats in the offensive zone for the attack. You're going to feel like you should close things off more quickly in the defensive zone. There's so many different things to work on that we'd be here for a long time if I mentioned all of them.
Again, UMass Lowell versus Northeastern this weekend. Home and home. It all starts Friday nights at the Saga Center.
We're looking forward to playing in front of our fans, and playing a home and home is exciting within our league. And obviously just having to go up to Boston isn't very far here on Saturday either. So I think both sets of fans will get a great show because there's 2 good hockey teams facing off on Friday, Saturday.